Throughout the history of mankind, heavyweight clashes have always been considered the main event of the evening. The reason for all this is the colossal power hidden in these bogeymen. Because in the weight of the Titans, each blow contains a force that can change the life of a fighter in a split second to before and after. And every heavyweight entering the arena not only puts his precious health on the line, but his life as well. This is what keeps fans from all over the world staring at their screens and witnessing the brutal feast of violence time after time. Today we present you a selection of battles in which real giants clashed in the battle for the title of the strongest Colossus. Back in 2005, when Bob Sapp was not yet journeyman, he met sumo legend Akebono Yokozuna. It was Akebono's K1 debut, and he brought his whole family to the show.
現在人類史上最強の格闘家は果たしてどちらなのか。
The fight began, and apparently Akebono, who had confused the sport, began to try to push Sapp out of the ring like in sumo, which of course was prevented by the ropes. After missing a few punches from Akebono, Bob was not going to stay silent and responded with bombs to the face of the sumo wrestler, knocking him down. The super heavyweight had difficulty getting up just to be badly dropped seconds later. Akebono showed mental resilience for the second time, but Bob Sapp's punches proved to be stronger, this time sending him into a dream world and forcing Akebono into a Thanksgiving turkey pose. This fight is a living example of why you should never take your family to a fight. The next clash of the Titans was between Thor Bjornsson and Eddie Hall. Both fighters at different times held the title of the strongest man on the planet and were rightfully considered equal opponents. But only one can be the strongest, and they decided to find that out in a fight under the rules of boxing.
Have you ever seen two as big as any fight? Here we go, the first round. Eddie's got a cheeky look on his face.
From the very beginning, Hall, who apparently took lessons from Hela, began to mutilate Thor's face.
Settle down now. Oh, big punch there.
Then Hall, who wanted to get into the Giants Hall of Fame, with a mighty punch knocked Thor down. But Thor was not going to feast with Odin in Valhalla before the time, and he showed Hall all the force of thunder. With a powerful blow of his hammer, he pacified a wild boar.
He's only halfway through. Big punch.
Thor beat his opponent real good, proving that he was the strongest on the planet.
Oh, big shot there.
That left hand from Thor. Look at that. On the back of the head, which by the way is illegal.
In the October 2021 Glory Collision 3 was headlined by two Goliaths, Dutchman Rico Verhoeven and Arab Jamal Ben Saddik. Arab wanted to win by any means necessary, but after dropping his opponent, Ben Saddik resorted to dick move, which ended up almost causing a scuffle and derailing the fight. Then Rico spilled the first blood with his shins, which stabbed like thorns of a Dutch rose. This clearly angered his opponent. The pissed off Arab started smashing the Dutchman with his hammers.
He should take his time, he should take his time.
I was just going to ask you, Jamal,
He made the same mistake the last time, you know?
And he trying to make a hit. Rico is damaged goods.
I think he should focus on the...
At some point, Ben Saddik began to resemble a mad artist who painted a picture with red paints. But instead of brushes, there were Ben Saddik's fists, and instead of canvas, there was Verhoeven's face. The kickboxing match had turned into a lopsided beating, and Rico looked like he had resigned himself.
Second time.
The referee was ready to stop the beating, but apparently he was driven by a sense of justice and gave Verhoeven one last chance for revenge. Out of nowhere with a series of heavy punches, Verhoeven knocked Ben out, making a great comeback and winning when no one believed in him.
But knocking out Adeboye. This fight was crazy. Hamishi did a one.
The next fight is a special one, because in this fight, fighters of uneven size faced each other. Frenchman Jerome Le Banner is a powerful, huge fighter, flattening anyone who gets in his way. But his opponent is the legendary Semi Schilt, who with his height could even star in the King Kong franchise. But even there, he would be bigger than everyone else. The difference in the height of these giants instilled fear not only in the soul of Le Banner, but also in everyone who sat in the arena. However, this is not the cloth from which Le Banner is cut. He went into the fight with the sole purpose of ripping this giant's head off. At first, Le Banner was able to batter the giant with his sheer will to win. But all the fairy tale vanished after a massive knee shook the brain of Banner. Soon the giant found his rhythm and got serious. Schilt's long leg cut down Le Banner, literally making him a one-legged fighter. The Frenchman was writhing in unbearable pain, but despite this, he was ready to continue. However, Le Banner's trainer, knowing the heroic mentality of his ward, responsibly decided to keep his warrior from taking too much damage. This is Paul Springer, an athlete who likes to eat steroids, and this is Butterbean. He just likes to munch a lot. Butterbean came into this fight with a special mission. He wanted to prove to the dildo builder that muscles don't win fights. The fight started, and out of all possible tactics, Springer chose the most ridiculous one. A fight in a phone booth with the king of this style. The result was not long in coming. Two powerful and soothing hooks did their job and played the role of tranquilizers, instantly putting the overpumped sprinter to sleep. Butterbean proved, you can train as much as you want, but you can never train your chin. In September 2018, Bob the Beast Sapp clashed with a sumo wrestler by the name of Kintaro. The fight took place in Tokyo, a country where giants clash is loved more than their moms. From the start of the fight, Kintaro lunged at Sapp and was ready to finish the beast with a tonnage of his punches. But Bob absorbed all the blows like a sponge, shrugged his shoulders, and started unloading his punches on his opponent's head, which absolutely annoyed Kintaro. After a series of attacks, Bob Sapp was tired, but on a strong will, he stalked Kintaro, making him look like an abandoned kitten rather than a formidable tiger. In the end, Sapp brought the fight to a victorious end, walking away not only from defeat, but also from a potential heart failure. Many boxing fans love the movie Rocky, but not many of you know that a new part of the franchise has already been released, exclusively for European residents. This time in Rocky clashed with the knight from Romania, Sandu Lungu. We're sure the announcer never thought he'd ever announce that name.
Round one.
Sandhu comes in.
The fight began, and in similar fashion to Drago, Lungu started confidently walking forward and raining down punches on Rocky.
Human lungs and one heart to power that body is bound to run out on both men.
A big overhand hit Rocky in the head, and now it was time for him to get his second wind, just like in the movie. But the turn of events just never happened. The Romanian continued to beat Balboa like a little kid, and instead of trying to fight back, Balboa, like a cowardly chicken, gave up to the blows.
Sandhu looking the fresher of the two men. Big right hand, punches coming in from Sandhu, and Rocky is down. The punches to the face, and Rocky is down. The punches to the face.
Sandhu Lungu punished the fake Rocky and showed this wannabe that he is not worthy to be the bearer of this legendary name.
His 150-kilogram frame up onto the cage. What do they make these cages?
In 2011, Neil Cook faced with Alexandru Lungu, whose appearance showed that he was on the hunt and ready to make dinner out of his prey. In the fight, the bulky Lungu immediately went on the attack and tested the jaw of his opponent.
Well, Cook will obviously have some good kickboxing skills. There's a big right hand again.
Cook decided to show the audience that he didn't feel anything, but with this bold move, he only woke up the crazy berserk.
Come here to do business. Don't think Cook has really got a strategy.
The fight was held under the rules of kickboxing, but after that kick it became clear that trying to throw the high kick, fighters can lose their balance and knock themselves out. Then, Lungu, realizing that his gas tank was almost empty, decided to quickly destroy his opponent and gave his opponent a fireworks show with his dynamite punches.
Good use of kicks. Needs to use that left to keep Lungu away, and big clumping.
For the victory in this fight, the pot-bellied champion was given a trophy in his hands because the organizers had a difficulty in finding a champion's belt of the appropriate size.
Powerful, powerful shots.
If you guys enjoyed watching, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. Thanks.
And he does that.